Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Rabbi.
We are learning Mishna Gittin, Perek Dalet, Chapter 4, Mishnah Aleph, Mishnah 1. Okay. Now we know that when you send a get with a shliach, with an agent, and the agent is representing the husband, so until the get actually gets into the wife's hand, she's not divorced. So the Mishnah says like this: Hashaleach get li'ishtai, a person who sends a get to his wife. Again, he's sending it with a shliach, with an agent. V'giya b'shliach, and he met up with the agent. He met up with him somewhere. He didn't go looking for him, but he met up with him. Or he sent another agent after the first one. And he said to him, the get that I've given to you, batalhu. No good, no more. Not to work anymore. Batal, it is void. Harei batal, then the get's void. If you let the shliach know that he's not a shliach anymore, basically, you're telling him the get is void. That means you don't want the get delivered to your wife. So by doing that, you have now taken the agency away from him to deliver the get. Mm-hmm. Therefore, the Mishnah says, "Harei batal." The get is batal. The get is void. Now, a couple of things. So, in the first case, it says the higia b'shliach, which means he met up with the shliach. That means by chance. The shliach had to go somewhere. He stopped on the way, and then the husband happened to have met him at a certain place, and he tells him, "Oh, that get that you have? Batal. I changed my mind. It's void." So the Bartanura says, and then we have the case where you actually sent someone else to tell him it's void. So the first case, it's more like it was kind of by chance you met him. You weren't like looking for him. You weren't trying to go after him. And therefore, the Mishnah includes this case to let us know that even though it might look like he's just trying to aggravate his wife, because if he were serious about voiding the get, he would have gone after the guy. He didn't go after the guy here. All he did is he bumped into him. And he says, "You know what, batal?" He says, "Batal, it's void." So we don't say that he's just trying to aggravate, but rather he's serious, that he's voiding it. And anytime we say that it's voided, the halacha is if he does give the get, if the shliach goes and gives her the get, it doesn't work because he had no power to do so. Okay? Now, another thing that's interesting to point out here is that this get itself, right? This document itself, he said it's batal, which means it's void. Mm-hmm. Could he then take the husband himself, take the get and give it to her? Or did he void the get itself? Is the get not usable? There's no question that the shliach has been removed from his position. He is no more representing the husband. He has no more power to deliver a divorce to this man's wife for him. What about the get itself? Is the get itself still usable?
No. If he made that declaration, it sounds like.
And the answer is it is.
It is.
He can't just void it.
Okay.
And as they bring down here, even husband decides not to divorce his wife, it is impossible to cancel the actual get. Mm-hmm. He can only stop his agent from representing him. Okay. So now the thing is, you better do it on the same day because it already has a date. Well, that's not true necessarily because it was supposed to be delivered anyway. But the point is that this guy cannot deliver the get. Can you reuse the get? You could reuse the get. So even though the word is harei batal, it's void. He can't actually void the get itself. Okay, now. Kadam etzel ishtay shashalach etzlo shliach. Let's say he went to the wife. He got to the wife before the shliach did. Or he sent her a shliach, meaning he sent her an agent. V'amar lo, and he said to her, "Get shalachti lecha batalhu." The get that the get that I sent to you, void. Harei batal, the get's void. Meaning, if he tells her, if she knows that the get is not supposed to be delivered, assuming the shliach doesn't know, but she does know that she's telling her that he's voiding the get, it's voided. Which means again, the shliach has no right to go ahead and he has no ability to deliver it in the husband's place. Okay? Now, the Mishnah specifies that the husband cancel the divorce in front of the agent or the wife because the sages require the cancellation be done in this way. The husband cannot simply declare the get void to himself or even in front of witnesses or a court. See the next Mishnah. Meaning, next Mishnah, we're going to learn a halacha. I mean, if I want to void the get, right? Why do I have to tell you I'm voiding it? If I decide you're not my shliach anymore, you're not my shliach. Or if, let's say, I go to in front of witnesses, I say it. Or I go to a beis din and say it. But you're not there. The shliach's not there. The agent's not there. The wife's not there. But you're making it known that you don't want it. You don't want him to be a shliach anymore. You don't want this get to be used right anymore.
What does make it known to whom?
To a beis din, to witnesses. But at the end of the day, he didn't do it in front of her. That's not the way you should be doing it. The Chachamim require the cancellation. They have to be done either in front of the shliach or in front of the wife, and we'll see why in the next Mishnah. But here the Mishnah specifically says that he went to the shliach, he went to the wife. That's why in this case, everything is actually being done in the way that it should. Mishnah concludes, get liyada. Once the get reaches her hand, he already gave her the get. The shliach already delivered the get to her. Shuv and yachal avatloi. He has no power to go ahead and do anything. He can't void it anymore. It's done. She received the get. Divorce took place. It's done. There's nothing more that you can do to void anything. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Happy Hanukkah, Freilich Hanukkah.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi. All I can think of is he could